Hello physical fiends, it is Jordan here with some just announced physical releases. These are games that have been recently announced, they are not releasing this week. And as always, I do not talk about limited game stuff since they are always covered in Monday's video, and there's no point me repeating myself more than I do already. So let's take a look what's been recently announced. Lumo 2 is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. When I saw this, I admit I got a little tingle of nostalgia, which is kind of weird. Why? Well, the original Lumo was a very early physical release on Nintendo Switch, and to see its sequel after all this time, it just kind of reminded me of, where it all started for me on YouTube as well. This one looks like it's shifting genre to an everything from the 80s umbrella, but with 3D. I don't know, it doesn't seem to have the charm as the original, and the multi-genre aspect makes it look a bit shallow in all areas, but we'll have to see. The physical release for this appears to be in Europe only, and there is a collector's edition which includes a soundtrack on a cassette, hell yes, a pin, poster, and a puzzle. It's releasing in the middle of October. Folly of the Wizards. Again, another European release for Switch and PlayStation 5, this one coming in September. This is a 2D action roguelike with comedy elements as you are a clumsy apprentice of a wizard. What is with the sudden resurgence of this premise? Like, we've got Lumo, his cute little wizard fella, we've got Simon the sorcerer coming back around this time too, and now we've got this dude. I don't know what's going on, but I am here for it. It's better than, furry foxes or rats from the past couple of years. Anyways, the game hasn't released anywhere yet, so no opinions on it, but it looks kinda cool. The Good Old Days, with a $ for the S. Yes, we are going backwards culturally, and that is fantastic. I can't wait for Mom Jeans to make a comeback. This is coming sometime later this year, not the game, not Mom Jeans, and this is an homage to the Goonies, which they could have been less on the nose about, but hey, they could probably do with the publicity. It actually looks pretty sweet as you try to repay your dad's debt with plenty of endings to get there. A nice little adventure game. Definitely interested in giving this one a go. And if you want to pre-order this or any of the games in this video, please consider using the links down below in the description and pinned comment. Any purchase made via those links massively helps support me and this channel in the best way possible, and I do truly thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And plus, if you buy from VGP, you can get free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian bucks, which is like 54, 55 American dollars. Not that much. Check everything out with the links below. Barbie Horse Trails is the one you've all been sweating over. Well, don't worry guys, it's coming October 10th, the day after my birthday, specifically because they knew I couldn't handle something as awesome as this on my actual birthday. Now, I have joked about making a Switch physicals video about horse riding games, but honestly, really, I would pay someone between $50 and $100, which is technically $75, to research and write that script for me, because I don't think I have it in my soul to do so myself. So if anyone wants to do that for me, get in touch, okay? Feardemic Horror Bundle. The most interesting thing about this release is that when it was originally announced by Feardemic, they got all 3 games wrong. And the publisher of the physical release had to basically interject and say, we've got no idea what they're doing or why they said that, but actually, the games included are Burnhouse Lane, No Son of Mine, and Dagon Complete Edition. And all 3 are rated highly, at least the latter and the former. The middle one, No Son of Mine, doesn't have many opinions on it, but the ones that it does have are positive. So yeah, 3 really good horror games in one package on Switch and PlayStation 5 physically on October 31st, so you can get it just in time for Halloween to be over. Forgive Me Father 2, another horror game, and this time an FPS, and the sequel to what I would describe as a mild cult classic physical release on the Nintendo Switch. For about half a year or so, the original Forgive Me Father, I have to do the Irish accent, I'm sorry, it was as rare as a hen's tooth until it got reprinted, and now it's everywhere. And just like the original, this is also a European exclusive physical release, and it looks fantastic. A darkly comic book Cthulhu type Lovecraftian style thingy-mabob. It's great, and the gunplay is as solid as ever. It's releasing physically on Switch and PlayStation 5, and it's coming in early November. And if you want to buy the first game alongside it, VGP do have copies of it discounted right now, so the best time as any. CRONOS The New Dawn is getting a physical release on PlayStation 5. Sadly, the Switch 2 version is a game key. Boo! This was revealed in the Nintendo Direct. Or maybe it was just the release date. I don't know. I don't keep track too much. It's from Bloober Team, so expect something pretty good in terms of survival horror. It's got a sci-fi setting, and Bloober Team have decided to go into developing games with more meat to them than just a walking horror sim, so expect a decent amount of combat and mechanics, and it's coming September the 5th. UFO 50. I made a video about this a couple of days back and it is worth mentioning again. It's coming physically to Switch and all round supposedly an excellent, well-crafted collection of 50 games put together in a nice cohesive way. Not every game is a stone cold classic, but it'll murk almost any other game collection out there. There is a standard retail edition, but Fangamer's website has an exclusive deluxe edition that includes a really awesome compendium book that has a feature on every game included in the package. That's so good. Alright, let's take a quick look at some recent import announcements. These are games that so far only have an Asian or Japanese physical release, and specifically for this episode, will do forever as far as I'm concerned. But if you want to pre-order any of these, you can get 5% off if you buy from Play Asia with my link and use the code Jordan2025. Hopefully that code is fixed by the time this video goes out. There was a problem on Sunday where the code just stopped working, and I've been told they're working on getting it fixed, and hopefully it is fixed by the time you see this. Let me know. And also quickly, if you're new here and you enjoy physical video games, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. It will be the best thing you do today, I promise you, unless you pet a dog or something, then fine. Second best thing. Geo Selection Volume 7 and 8. I also made a video about this recently, and this was even faster than I assumed. In my weekly physicals video, I jokingly made a demand that 7 and 8 be announced the millisecond 5 and 6 were released. And lo and behold, it actually happened. Now where's that Skies of Arcadia remake? Okay, I don't have that kind of magical power, sadly, but yeah, over these two cartridges you get 20 games in total, and I think they're all pretty good. There's like one game in Volume 7 that I don't care much for, but there's also not an overwhelming amount of fighters either, so it's solid and has good variety. These are both releasing November 6th in Japan and Asia on Nintendo Switch. Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth V generation, that's the one. A quick reminder about this one, if you hadn't had enough reminders already, the Asian English physical is exclusive to Play Asia, and it is available to pre-order now to complete the trilogy. This is the only way to get the series in English physically on the Switch since the Western release was cancelled. Thanks to Nintendo. Thank you, Nintendo. Okay, Momotaro Dentetsu 2 Anata no Machi mo Kito Aru. Now this is not a physical release that will be worth importing for 99% of you watching this video because it does not have English, but it is still an important bit of news for the physical industry because in Japan, this has a proper physical release on Nintendo Switch 2, a proper cartridge, and it's from a franchise that is huge in the country, like twice the relevance of Mario Party. So if this is a success, then it is going to be a very good step in the right direction for the future of physical media. It's a good sign. That's why I'm telling you about it. Normally I don't do Japanese only releases, but I thought it was worth mentioning, so, you know, give us some extra little bit of hope. And there we have a bunch of new announcements. What's your favorite in this episode? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, leave a thumbs up. If you want to pre-order any of them, then do so with the links down below in the description and pinned comments. I greatly appreciate that, and I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. Take care.